Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Future Trading with Mike, and today, as always, I'm live trading the E-mini S&P 500 futures here. So this is the ES. I use NinjaTrader to trade the ES every single day, the future contract. So you can trade pretty much any future contracts using NinjaTrader. And in today's video, like I just said, as always, I'm live trading. So for those that are new to the channel, please go back and kind of review some of my previous videos that I have posted to the channel here, and you will see me live trading. I'm a live day trader. I post my live sessions pretty much every day, guys. As long as I have time to trade that day and post my recordings. But I do this full time, and I have nothing to hide. I'm honest. I'm humble to be able to record my trading sessions and hopefully help someone out there that's either a beginner trader or looking to start trading or looking to start their own trading adventure or career. So at this time, guys, please go ahead and like the video. If you don't mind, go ahead and like the video, hit that thumbs up button for me. If you go back and look at some of my other videos, like I just said, you'll see that I have good content. I talk about price action trading because I am a price action trader, and that's, to me, it's the only way to truly be able to trade is through the means of price action. I don't see how you can trade any other way without knowing price action. I'm sure there are probably lots of so-called gurus out there that tell you that, I want to sell you a package of indicators, whatever the case is, and tell you that that indicator is the holy grail to the trading world, but it's not. Price action is. So learn price action. You follow me, you follow my channel, you'll see that price action is the way to go, guys. So get into it. If you don't mind, go ahead and hit that like button for me, that thumbs up button there. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure to go ahead and take this time to subscribe to the channel as well. Because the content that I make is going to help someone, may help you, may help someone else out there. If you want to continue seeing content like this of me live day trading, there's not a lot of people out there that actually show you their live actual day trading, guys. This is me in front of my monitors trading each and every day. I do this for a living, so I have to do this, and it's not easy. It takes time to be able to, you're trying to trade and teach it. Not teach, but you're trying to trade and show others at the same time what you're doing. So please go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and hit that like button for me. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. The market kind of pushed higher yesterday, as we all know. As those that follow the market know, that the market pushed higher and took out the 54.76 area there, so it pushed higher. It looks like overnight, we got a high of yesterday at 44.86, mom would say. So even overnight, the market didn't really do too much, pushed up a little higher. So it's bullish. The indices are bullish, and looks like we're bouncing off of a level, which is that 44.76 76 area. So I had a level marked right here, right at 44.75, 44.75, might as well say, in that area there. Looks like the price came to that level around right at close yesterday and bounced and pushed higher. So, I didn't look at the market after the close of the session yesterday. So, looks like we pushed up, came back to that level, and the market bounced and reacted and pushed higher. And then we got another test here. So let's see what the market's going to do this morning. As always, this is my first time looking at the market, looking at my charts this morning. And let's hope it takes out this area right here. So, yeah, so we'll see what happens right here if the market's going to want to push higher, or what it's going to actually try to do right here. So let's see. It's a possibility price breaks this area right here. Let me see one thing, guys. Yeah, it's probably going to want to come up here and test at least this area right here at 44.86. So let me go ahead and kind of get ready here. But the market's going to have to push. It's going to have to push higher, so we'll see what happens here. I believe, well, I'm not sure, I'm saying for sure. I'm just saying if it breaks this area right here, then we're probably going to get a push to the upside here to at least test this area here at 44.86 area. So in this video here, I pretty much want to, kind of, we'll talk a little bit about, how do I look for liquidity? That's money where in the market to where that, the banks, institutions, the big money makers out here that are pushing and driving this market are going. I'm gonna go ahead and go long here, guys, because I believe the market is definitely going to test this area here at 86. So I'm going to go ahead and take at least one contract here and another here with hopes that it pushes up to this area here. Let me take a look one time though. 86. Okay. So I'm in the market right now, guys. You can see me in the market. I'm trading on two contracts. The market can pull back and it can push lower. So, but my hopes are that the market is going to push higher and at least test the 86 area, 44.86. But I just mentioned we can pull back before pushing higher. So yeah. So this is the point of control right now. And we'll see what happens here. Now you may say, "Oh, you didn't wait on a pullback." I did wait on a pullback for this trade here, to be honest with you. But anyone that follows my channel, I wait for price to reach a level. I look for the rejection failure, and then I take it on a pullback. So that's what I do. Okay. So I got filled on one contract there. I believe it's going to push higher here, but it's going to have to break this area right here, guys, as I just mentioned. So let's see if we can get filled on this second contract. I'll tell you what I do though. I'm going to go ahead and reduce my size, my profit target by one tick, and hopefully we get filled here. We're at the upper end of this high volume area, so price can pull back before it wants to pull higher, and we have a level right here, somewhat of a level. We have a level right here, a swing right here, I should say. Okay, so let's see if we get filled here. See price reacting here, so I may need to go ahead and just take out here because it's probably going to pull back. So hopefully we get filled in the second contract here, and we'll just that'll be two contracts at a point, pretty much. Market can pull back. The hopes is that the market will push up to test the 44.86 area. Now, what could happen here? I just mentioned price has got to take out this area right here if it wants to push higher. Now, let me take a look at one thing here. Yeah, price has got to take out this area here. It's 83 area. Really right here. This area right here at 84. It's got to take this 84 area out if it wants to push higher. So we are at an area of small resistance here. It's going to have to take out these little swing high, these highs right here on these swings to the downside if it wants to push higher. So trying to get a sip of my coffee, guys, so bear with me. But this is I'm aggressive here, so I'm being aggressive and taking these trades without really this time around, because I see what's going on here, and I'm looking for price to test that 86 area, 44.86 area, and I think it will. I think we'll get filled here. I'm pretty sure. Hopefully we do. Go ahead, fill that contract there. You see it bouncing. Having a hard time taking out this area right here. So yeah, if you can't take this area right here, it's more likely it's going to want to. Let me see. push lower. Oh, come on. Good gracious. Look at this. There it goes. Okay, so we got filled on that trade there. I believe that it's going to come out to 86. We're at almost 80. We're pretty much at 85 already. I think it may pull up another point, but so what I always like to do is, show you guys the trade performance. Try to get it up. If you can bear with me a second. Oh, today's the 24th, not the 25th. Okay, so we just picked up 7 ticks there. I thought it was 8, so that's okay. We can keep pushing along. There's no problem with that. Still made a profit. I'm betting that the price is going to push higher and test the 86 area, but it's going to have to break this area here. It's pulling back to the point of control as we see. So a small little, trade there, take a little profit there. And there's liquidity sitting up here, right here. Okay, this is an area where there's liquidity. There's money sitting right there. This is where the seller stepped in and pushed the market lower. And they are probably going to want to retest this area here and stop these individuals out, collect that money. There's money sitting right here. So even when price, right here on this pullback right here, there was liquidity sitting right here. There's an area with liquidity. This is how you identify areas with liquidity, guys. This liquidity happens where the market, it takes out levels, and I talk about this in my other videos. Price is forming levels and then retests those levels and take those levels out. Then this area of liquidity, and not only is a swing level formed there, but a swing is formed, and then a level's formed from where price turns back around and takes that swing out, and then you have a level that creates a level, and at that level, that's liquidity. That's where the area of price will pull back to, and recheck it because there's money sitting there. It's just like it's like a pot of gold sitting there that when as price action is happening and price moves are happening, the structures are there. The structure is there. Price is going to want to retest that area of liquidity, or that area there, which is a level. That level is an area of liquidity, is like a pot of gold where traders want to come back to and collect that money. They want to get that money and make a decision if they want to keep it pushing lower, they're going to turn back around, push the market higher. So I'm going to show you that here in a minute, like what happened like right here at 44.70, 75, say for instance. So I think the market's going to push a little higher. It's trying to, but it could fail here. So let's just take a look. I'll show you right quick. Yesterday when price took out this high right here at 44.76. Okay, so price pushed higher. All right, it pushed. It was level. There was a high right here, 44.76, which was from, I believe, the 16th or 15th of August, and price pushed lower, turned back around, pivoted, and like I said, at some point, price is going to turn around and take out areas. It pushed higher, taking out this high right here, 44.76. So a level was created when price continued pushing higher. You saw me yesterday in the video. I marked this area right here at 44.74. That was a level. This is an area of liquidity right here. This is an area where price pivoted right here, pushed up, taking out this all-time high here, creating a level, and when price, that's also an area of liquidity. When price pulls back, the market wants to come down, swipe that area, collect that money, and then turn back around and push the market higher. So that's what happened. And I'll show you some more examples here. We're going to talk about that. I'm going to show you how to locate liquidity. Liquidity is formed, and it's an area to where price, as price is creating structure and swings being made, and then price turns back around. So let's say you got a swing to the upside, okay? Then price turns back around, and on a swing to the downside, it takes out that swing that was to the upside, okay? All right, so here's the swing going up, okay? As price is going up, a swing made to the downside takes out that prior swing to the upside, okay? Then when price turns back around, taking out that swing to the downside, okay? There's an area of liquidity. That's a level created right there. So you just wait for price to retest that area and swipe that, it's going to come back and try to collect that area, come out to the area to collect that money there where there's a level sitting at. And primarily what I'm trying to say, wherever there's a level being created or a level is formed, that's an area of liquidity. It's an area where the market, where the institutions are going to want to come back to and collect that money, and they're trying to stop people out. The market makers, the big players in the game that are really pushing the mega bucks into the market. So I'll show you an area. Let's just kind of identify an area of liquidity. Let's see, like trying to give an example here of where price came back, maybe to. Let's see. Trying to see. Bear with me a second. Like let's say this level right here, okay? This level to the left right here, okay? This is a level to the left where price push down, pull back, and push lower, right? Creating this swing to the downside, okay? So when price continue pushing lower, at some point it pivoted and turned back around. What was the swing that took out this swing low to the upside right here? I mean, to the downside, the swing to the downside right here, right? What level took that swing out when the market started pushing back up? I mean, it was a swing right here, okay? So when price pushed up, pull back, pushed higher, okay? You got that? Push higher, okay? This was the swing that took out that area. It took out this area right here, this swing to the downside. So I mark that as an area of interest because it's a swing level right here. The swing level right here to the upside took out that swing low, that swing to the downside, that swing going down, okay? So this is my level. All right, somewhere in this area, I would pretty much bet that the market is going to want to come back to retest. There's a little high volume area right here within this low volume area, but it's a possibility. Price hasn't retested that area yet. So there is, when price, price made this formation, pushing up, pushing back, pulling back, and going higher, and formed this swing to the upside that took out this swing to the downside. This swing here was the formation of a level, okay, that was created. All right, so when price pushes higher, okay, pushed higher, when it turns back around at some point, and it will, it may not be today, could be tomorrow, could be whenever, but I identified that level right there. Price comes back to that level. That is a level, and it's an area of liquidity, area where there's money in the market being sat at, because this was an area with a driving force where the market continued pushing higher. Buyers really started stepping in and pushing the market higher, taking out this level right here. Okay? Taking out the swing right here, I should say. Taking out the swing. So when the market turns back around, comes back to this swing, which is now a clearly identified level and an area of liquidity, because it was an area where buyers really stepped in and put money into the market. What do you think is going to happen? They're going to come back. When the market comes back, it's going to want to test that area right there to get that money sitting in the market, okay? So that's what happens, okay? That's what's going to happen. It may happen today. It may happen sometime in the overnight session tonight. We don't know. We just prepare for it, Here's an area which could possibly be, let's see. I'm trying to look. There's like a little swing right here. Not sure if you guys can see it right here. Right here. Push down, pull back, and push lower. A tiny little swing right there. But as that swing was created to the downside, there was a little swing that took that area out. Let's see. I'm trying to squeeze this together. It's kind of hard to see it once I do that. This little swing this swing going pulling to the upside right here was a swing that took out that little swing to the downside. So more than likely, price will probably test this area right here. And this is a formation of a level now that price may pull back to. And when it pulls back to that area, there's some money sitting right there that will probably be, they'll pull the market back, collect that, and then decide which way they want to make the market go, continue pushing higher or continue pushing lower. So, this is just me, trying to help you identify areas of the market where there's liquidity at. Liquidity is, to me, when I look at that and I'm marking my levels on my charts, as you always see I do, and then the market comes back to those levels almost to the tick, or within a few ticks of where I put these lines at, you always see that I'm pretty much on the money when it comes to drawing my levels. Um, and if the market pushes right through those levels or pushes through that area, then I just know that it was an area where the market wanted to stop at, and form rejection or failure. And but those areas where I do mark and the market does react at, those same areas where I'm marking my levels at, those are areas of liquidity as well, guys. It's areas where there's a level and the market has and liquidity is sitting there, money sitting there to be collected. So that's it. So let's look at the market now. What is it trying to do? We see it here trying to push higher. It's probably going to try to take this area out here, and it just hasn't pushed higher yet, but it can still fail here and push lower. I do know price can't take out this 44.85 area here, the top end of this little swing right here. I'll blow it up for you. If price can't take this area right here out, then it's going to want to push lower. Okay, that's just the nature of what's going to happen here. You got to understand price action. And price action is not hard, guys. A lot of people make it out to, like I keep saying, I always say this, they make it out more than what it really is. See, the market is rejecting now, so it's trying to, it's pulling back to the POC. And this is the area where you don't really want to trade in. So I'm not sure how many trades I'll be able to get into this video, but this video is more so me trying to show you areas, trying to tell you that the levels you mark are going to be areas of where there's liquidity sitting at. The market's going to come back to that level at some point, and that is liquidity, money sitting there to be collected. And those are the areas of where you want to be looking to take trades from, because price is going to react to that area, and you wait for the reaction and whatever happens there, and then take your trade or whatever the case is. You're falling behind. What we're doing, we're falling behind the big money. We're falling behind the institutions of what they're trying to do, every single day. We're retail traders, most of us, unless you got, you're filthy rich, but most of us just retail traders. We have money in the market. Put money in our accounts to be able to trade and make money for a living and pay bills and do things like that with, and put money aside, whatever the case is. But we don't have that kind of money when it comes to comparison to the banks. We're talking hundreds of millions of dollars and millions of dollars pushing and pull the market, all kind of ways. So most of us aren't in that position. If you are, I take my hats off to you, seriously do. And you can do that with trading, guys. You can become, wealthy and make a very good living from doing this. Now here it is, the market is trying to push higher, right? All right. So what I would like to do is the market takes out this area right here. I would like to see the market come back to, let's be real about this. Well, first I want to see it take it out first. If it does, let's wait for price to take this area. Let's wait for the market take this area right here out of 85. If it does, well, we got resistance right above us, so it could actually pause there. So, but I mentioned it probably would test 86 area before it decided which way it wanted to go, if it wants to push lower or higher. But the market hasn't done much since the opening. So it could be, some days some days will be like this where the market opens and it's kind of moving sideways around or building volume. See all this volume is building right here. It'll do that, before, and it'd be sometime later in the day when the biggest move happens, whatever the case is, and not all the time when you be sitting in front of your computer when that happens. I got a request that someone had asked if I could kind of do a video covering more so on price action, and I'll try to get that out there. This price action is a very important piece. And but to be honest and simple with your price action, all it is just it is no more than just looking at what you see going on here. Like I call it a painting, the picture that's being painted. All it is just what price is doing, the up and down, up and down, up and down, creating, swing levels, the formation up and down. And that creates the market structure pretty much, structure of the market. So that's all price action is. Price action is no more than just movements that take place in the market, creating swings. But I'll talk a little bit more about price action, what to look for when it comes to price action. So basically just being able to, as these bars are being painted or candles are being painted, what are we looking at, and the formation or levels that or swings that are being created, and how to identify levels to trade from. So that's what I kind of focus on there is identifying, taking a look at what price action. We'll take a look at seeing what price movement, looking at an example or two, whatever the case is, and then from an area of price movement, whether it be a price was from move from an area where it was low edge to where an area was high edge, pivot it, turn back around, and create levels come to the downside. So you got swings going to the upside, swings coming to the downside, and from within that, you're going to have levels created. Once the market starts taking out those areas of swings, it will create levels. And we're talking about that, how to identify levels that from price movements itself, price movements or price action. And once you learn price action is, hey man, it's the key to it, ladies and gentlemen. It's the key to it. It's you got to understand and be able to follow price action. And price action is like you just see it going right here. Price is painting these candles, and you got to be able to just when it does what it does and breaks through the levels, then you got to know what. Excuse me. You got to kind of anticipate what's coming next. But I just want to be able to show you guys in this video here, areas of liquidity. And areas, like I keep saying, areas of liquidity is no more than just the levels where you could put in your chart. Just areas where price is going to come back to more likely, and kind of swipe or come down to those areas there, which are levels that you identify. More likely, if they're good levels, if you really know how to draw your levels correctly, those are going to be areas of liquidity. It's going to be areas where the market's going to come back and test, and it may shoot right through them. It may shoot right through that level, and it could do that. But that's why you just don't never jump into a trade just like that. You gotta wait, be patient. So I'll tell you what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna probably let the video go for about another 5 minutes. I'm gonna try to get into another trade here. So I'm gonna put the video on pause here because as everyone can see, if you know what's going on here, what's going on? The market's at the PLC. The PLC, what does the market do there? It ranges and moves sideways. It moves sideways. So let's just put the video on pause here. Hopefully we can either get some movement to the upside or break down to the downside, and we can start looking for a level to trade from. Okay, so as I mentioned, price would push higher, and that's what it's trying to do now. It finally rotated enough here, creating a range, and then it, some energy to where it want to push higher, and it's testing that 76 area now, 4486. So I'm just looking at something, guys. So please bear with me for a second. Yeah, I mean, price can come back and just test this area here, 80, 83, 82 area, and may want to push higher, but it's going to have to push up higher and take this area here out at 87, 44, 87 area. You know, 44, 87, 44, 88. So it's just not really, like, market's not that much. So I'm just going to sit back and wait, and hopefully it's going to kind of show its hand here soon. Okay, guys. So, I mean, I'm still waiting on, I had to get some lighting there. The market's still around this area, around the VPOC. I mean, this would have been, let me take a little shift and look at the market here. I mean, he was a little long here, but it was a very short-ended long that could have been taken. But let me double check. Yeah, you're a little long right here at the close of this candle right here, green. You could have taken a long just up to this area right here where price bounced at 44.86. But I mean, the market's not pushing lower, not pushing higher. It's steady making like a little stair step, making these little higher highs, higher lows, and this little, if you want to call it a channel to the upside, that's what I call it. You know, a little channel. I'll draw it for you here. A little channel to the upside, but nothing major, no, you know, major or significant movements in the market quite yet. So I'm still waiting, guys. Excuse me. Still waiting for, you know, something to break out here, something to break, you know, the market push lower and retest some levels. So we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, I'm waiting for the market to really show itself to, you know, so I can identify levels, you know, levels of trade from. Now, let me take a look here and see what we got. Okay. So here would be a level. Let's take a look here. Okay. So let's see here. Yeah, this was already a level to trade from right around 9 o'clock. So yeah, this was a good long right here at 9 o'clock. And if the market could take out this high here, if it ever did, you know, so pushing higher, taking out this high here, and then retracing back down. Hey, we got liquidity sitting right there. But you know, there is money in the market right here, you know, to where a trade can be taken again if the market pulls back here. But in all essence, all honesty here, if the market fails and can't take this high here out, right here, then, you know, more than likely we are going to push lower. Because what happened? There was a formation or creation of a level right here, right? Price pushes higher, pulls back to that level, reacts, fails, bounces, pushes higher. Now, where's the high at? Where's the previous high at? Right here, 44.92. And price has not pushed any higher. It's just kind of moving sideways right now. So I'm waiting to see what's going to take place here. Is they going to take this high here out? If it does not, then more than likely we're going to get a push to the downside. I mean, that's just the way it looks as of right now. But right now it's kind of stair stepping. You know, it is taking the swing here out to the downside. It took the swing right here to the downside. As price pushed up, it took the swing here out. Okay, create a small little level right here where price is bouncing at right now. Okay, so but if price can't take out this high right here, if it cannot take this high here out, then we are pushing lower. Okay, so if it definitely can't take out this little swing right here at 44.87, 44.88, we're going to probably more likely push lower. So that's what I'm looking at right now. So we'll see what happens here. And I mean, this could play on throughout the day. I'm not sure. But I just wanted to create this video and around the idea of how do you spot liquidity? How do you find liquidity in the market? How do you locate it in the market? Well, you know, okay, when price pushed up here, right, and making these swings to the upside, okay? Here was the final push right here. Made a high, pulled back, making a higher high, okay? So then when price turns back around, pivots and pushes lower, what does it do, guys? It creates a swing to the downside, pushes down, pulls back, pushes lower. Create a swing, okay, to the downside, taking out this swing here to the upside, okay? So what are we waiting on? Well, when price turns back around, right, and takes out this swing here to the up and to the downside, where price starts pushing down, okay, turns back around, pushes hard, takes the swing out. The same swing that took out the swing to where market was pushing higher. So when price pivots, pushes higher, takes this swing here, the swing to the downside out. Okay, what happens? As price turns back around, what does it do? It comes back to test this area right here. Okay, and where it's a level. What do I say happens at levels? Well, at a level, you got an area where money is sitting in the market. There's liquidity sitting there. They're going to want to get that money. They want to collect that bag and keep moving. You know, they want to get that money, that pot of gold sitting there. And then, boom, okay? They push through a little bit, stopping traders out, turn back around, trying to push the market higher. That's the way, that's the nature of the beast. That's how the market moves, guys. So that's the purpose of this video, is to help you guys understand how liquidity works position, where it sits at in the market, how to identify it. Once you identify levels, you have identified areas of liquidity pretty much. And I'm going to go ahead and say that right now, okay? So, guys, if you like the content surrounding what I talked about today, hey, how do I find liquidity? How do I locate liquidity in the market? What is liquidity? Liquidity is just bands of areas or areas in the market, especially at levels, key identified levels, when money is just sitting there to be collected. The big money makers, excuse me, not the big money makers, the big institutions, the banks, the big, power in the market that pushes the market, the big money that pushes the market, they're going to want to come back and collect that money, and then stop those traders out. So what happened here was, when the market turned back around, taking this swing right here to the downside out as it pushed higher, all right, there was a lot of buying that took place right here, okay? So when the market sold off here short, slightly and pulled back, so pretty much it was just a push higher, pull back, all right, on this sell into the downside. What did the market do? All this buying here created an area or a band of liquidity where there's money sitting in the market. They came back, collected that money, pushed a little bit lower and stopped those traders out, and they said, okay, we're going to push it higher now. Now, I don't know how high it's going to go. Is it going to take this high here at 44.92? It may or may not. Right now, the market's moving sideways, and it's in a wedge. And anybody that, asks what a wedge is, well, it's just like what a wedge is, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's where, let's show you. Okay, I'll just use this arrow line right here. All right, market is wedging. It's not wanting to push higher. It's not wanting to push lower. It's just stagnant, moving, kind of sideways. What it is, kind of trailing to the upside slightly. So that's what a wedge is. And I might cover, I'll do a little video on what happens at an area where a lot of volume is being built. The market's probably going to more likely start moving sideways. But guys, don't want to create a long-winded video. This video has already been played out because, unfortunately, I haven't been able to get into too many trades as of right now. I will make trades throughout the day as I see them, as I see setups happening. But this is so far a slow day and can't really get into too much. But hey, drop me a like, guys. Please make sure to go ahead, and hit the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel to those who have not already subscribed to the channel, guys. Follow my channel. I am a pure-based price action trader, and I put this information out here. I post these videos to hopefully help someone out there. So please go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and drop that like, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and have a good one.